What's going on, everybody? What's
Going on,
happening?
everyone?
Welcome to the day shift. I'm Paulette, and of course, you see to my other side, we have, of course.
We got Cullen over here. Let's
All
go.
right. Yeah, let's get it. We got about 15 minutes. We want to give you the news and information that you can use really quick so that you can roll with it throughout your day. Listen, we've got breaking news. Now, this has been going on for about an hour, 2 hours now, but we wanted to make sure that we give you some information that you can take with you. Cullen, I don't know where to begin. So I'm going to let you talk about it first.
Well, I mean, the Supreme Court just basically gutted the affirmative action. Basically, it's something they've been wanting to do for years.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a mistake.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And I know Justice Sotomayor, she had a dissenting opinion on it, saying it was going to, make this education system less equitable, and I don't know what it is about these type of rulings that people just go crazy over and they want to just get rid of. I mean, because they forget how it was before.
Right.
So it's just, I don't know. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, the first thing is I want to make sure that we're providing some context to this. So let me go ahead and just read a little bit of this from one of our news sources. Supreme Court found it unconstitutional to consider race in university admissions, eliminating the principal tool the nation's most exclusive schools have used to diversify their campuses. Thursday's decision, which is actually today, will force a reworking of admissions criteria throughout American higher education, where for decades the pursuit of diversity has been an article of faith. University officials have insisted no substitute for racial preferences exists that can ensure that a representative share of minority applicants, particularly Black students, gains admission to selective institutions. No longer able to give such applicants an automatic boost, admissions offices now must decide where racial diversity ranks among priorities that can include academic performance, achievement in extracurricular activities such as athletics, and preferences for alumni donors. Eliminating racial discrimination means eliminating all of it, Chief Justice John Roberts wrote for the court, joined by Justices Clarence Thomas, Samuel Alito, Neil Gorsuch, Brett Kavanaugh, and Amy Coney Barrett. The student must be treated based on his or her experiences as an individual, not on the basis of race. Many universities have for too long done just the opposite, he stated. The court's three liberals dissented. Society is not and has never been colorblind, Justice Sonia Sotomayor wrote, joined by Justices Elena Kagan and Ketanji Brown Jackson. The court ignores the dangerous consequences of an America where its leadership does not reflect the diversity of the people. Lee Bollinger, Columbia University's president, expects 5 years of chaos, I agree, before higher education fully adjusts to the new legal landscape as committees and task forces already in place at many schools explore ways to employ income levels, socioeconomic factors, and other race-neutral factors to maintain diversity. Although long expected, the decision still was a shock to academia. Nobody really believes it's going to happen, even though all the evidence is right in front of you, Bollinger said in a statement. So here's the thing, and I could go on and on and on. Let's talk about the 14th Amendment, which actually ensures that individuals receive equal protection of the laws from state agencies, including public universities, a standard that actually applies to most private colleges that receive federal funding. In general, the court has permitted racial preferences only to remedy specific acts of illegal discrimination, not compensate for general social injustices said to stem from historical practices. So here's the thing. For about 45 years, the Supreme Court has actually recognized a limited exception to that rule for university admissions, one based on the school's academic freedom to assemble classes that support their educational mission. Here's the issue that I have. You and I both know that sounds real cute right now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay? We know it sounds really, really nice. Like, oh, we're going to allow people to apply to this college and it is not going to be based on race. Now, we've been talking to some folks about this ahead of time to kind of get an idea. And I'm going to share with you what was actually shared with us. And one is here's one. So here's the issue that I'm having. So the data is currently showing that this is based on socioeconomic issues and not so much on race. What they're trying to do is make it about race and call it anti-Asian. These are statements that are coming from people who are communicating with me right now about this very issue. This isn't about race. It's about keeping poor people poor.
Mm-hmm.
And who does that marginalize the most? That marginalize the Black community the most, because we are still, by all accounts, pulling ourselves up by the bootstraps we were never given.
Even with the even with it being there, it's still been hard. So it's it's really discouraging. You know, we have to continue to fight, but my goodness, it's just blow after blow.
Yeah.
You know, we just got to keep. It's really it's no words for it. You know.
Right. And so
now where do you go from here, though? That's the thing.
Here, where do we go from here is the question. And I know that it's some of the things that we're going to be talking about on a future Cullen's Corner town hall, which are pretty popular. And we're going to be bringing on some people who are in the political arena, and we're going to be talking about this. Here's where we have our issue. We got some people that are talking. Here's my biggest issue with this whole thing. Us, period. Right. Leanne says us, period. Us. It's us. Let's keep it 100. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. And what blows my mind is how Clarence, okay, never mind. Okay. So what we're doing is we're destroying the social ladder, and we're starting with public education. That's what we're doing. Okay. What we need to recognize, especially with those who are running currently for governor, for president and all of those, we're talking about an anti-woke movement. We're talking about an entire group of women who have decided that they're going to be the next daughters of the Confederacy and rewrite history.
Yeah.
We not tired yet?
And they want to chip away at all the stuff that's been built for the last 40, 50 years. They want to chip it out because they they never liked it from the beginning, and they don't feel that it's American. So let's get rid of it. So
yeah. And so we want people to believe that this is just the beginning, right? I want you all to hear me when I say this is just the beginning. And they're going to start, like you said, Cullen, chipping away at what we currently have built. And let me tell y'all something. Can I go here? Thank you, Leanne, for that. Now, how will this end up affecting corporate DEI initiatives? Good question. Because even though we're talking about just education right now, it absolutely is going to start permeating corporate. It's going to start. Because listen, let me tell y'all something. Yep. It's a slippery slope that we've already started sliding down. And if we don't do something, we are just allowing them to do this to us. We have to use our voices to make a change. Here's where I have my issue. My issue is that y'all so busy. Can I go here, Cullen? Is it okay?
Yes,
is it
please.
Yes. I'm hot as fish grease. Listen, y'all so busy on these platforms tap dancing. We're so busy that we're missing the opportunity to combine and use our voices for what they're meant to do. And that is to keep us strengthened and to keep things like this from happening. We so busy watching the latest reality show and what's happening and who's done what and who shot John that we're not concerned about how we're paying for people to fuck us.
And also we talked about this yesterday, how silent our leaders are right now. How silent our people. I mean, who's talking about it right now outside of us?
I know Roland Martin went live earlier. You can check it out on his platform as well. What are we doing, people? What are we doing? And so that's where, Jesus, we've done this before. You will start to see the companies and the schools that don't want us there anyway. Oh, baby, they already doing it, Leanne. Let me tell you, I already know that's how I lost my job, right? When I was in corporate, that's how I lost my job. They wanted the Negro gone. They wanted her gone. They just have the Negroes that they need in place, in position. Now, you can say whatever you want to say about, oh, well, you were extricating me on purpose. Now, let's just call a spade a spade. Hate that phrase, but I'm going to call it like I see it. Okay, so we're not just talking about that. We're talking about other excuses that are starting to be used to especially remove Black women from positions of leadership at major corporations. Y'all can call it what you want to. I'm calling it like I see it. Okay, and so here's the issue. The slippery slope has already begun. And like you said, Cullen, and like you said, Leanne, the issue is going to become, they're going to start using this as an excuse in major corporations. So now what we thought we were doing in terms of putting together a strategy to keep us in the positions that we needed to be put in, they're slowly pulling those away from us. Y'all, we got a guy that has taken an entire state and it's starting to be crumbled before our very eyes. Let's talk about DeSantis, okay? We see it, the anti-woke movement. We got a group of women that don't want their children to feel bad because they have XYZ and so forth, right? I don't want my children to feel bad about slavery. Girl, your folks did it. So it's okay for our children to continuously feel the effects of slavery every single day. It's okay. Yep. But your children, we can't have them feel bad. We're going to give everybody trophies. Where are our people? Where we at, y'all? It sounds like it's us, Cullen. What you think? What do you think?
It is. I think we just need to continue to fight and move forward and keep talking about it. I mean, it's okay. and get more people involved.
Right. Exactly.
Get more people involved.
Yeah. Yes. That's what we're working on. I know that we do have an individual that's going to be joining us next week. And then we're going to be doing a town hall. This is a problem. This is a problem. We're a media network. We need to be connecting with other media networks. Honey, I'm going to make some phone calls and do some text messaging. And we need to get to the bottom of this. We need to find out what's going on and why we as a people are not standing. Where we at? Where we at, people? Or are we too busy scrolling through Instagram and Facebook and TikTok trying to find the latest craze or who's wearing what or how y'all wearing y'all hair? And cool, that's fine. That's fine. But while you're doing that, take time out of your day to find out what in the hell is going on with the laws that have been put in position to protect us. To protect us.
Just like you said, before we end our segment today, just know, so you know, whatever's happening in Florida is a blueprint.
Come on, that part.
It's a blueprint. So y'all just pay attention. Stop not paying attention. Pay attention to what's going on because it's real. It's happening. So
it's happening. And here's the thing, Colin, you brought up a great point. It's happening before our very eyes. And if we are not careful and if we're not putting ourselves in position to reach out to those people, and let me tell you something, you said something, we're our leaders. We're the leaders. I take that. I own that. We're the leaders. You know why? Because the people that we want to be the leaders, they need to go somewhere and sit down. They tired. We got the voice. You hear that?
Yep.
All right. So we'll be bringing on some of those folks next week, hopefully sooner than later. And we'll keep you guys posted and informed on things that we find out. I just wanted to come on here and bring this to your attention that this is happening. It has happened as of today, and we are going to fight with other folks in our community. Y'all, we the leaders. We the old heads now.
Yes.
Y'all ready for some good trouble?
That's good. Let's do it.
All right, y'all. That's enough for now. Remember this. We'll be back later on next week for the rundown and the day shift. But keep it locked right here to the Brownstone Worldwide, the Brownstone Podcast Network. You can download the app. You absolutely see it over there, KCCR Radio, and also Brownstone Living Magazine. We will see you all on another edition of The Day Shift, and keep it locked to the Brownstone Worldwide page. The article has already posted. All right, we'll see you guys later. Let's get ready to fight, y'all. Y'all ready?
Let's get ready to fight. Let's do this.
All right.